Hi everyone, it's Dr. E and I'm here with your week 3 instructional video for English 1301. I hope at this point in our semester you're starting to feel, more confident and comfortable in the way that our course is structured in D2L. If you are not feeling this way by the end of the week, please reach out to me, let me know. I don't want anybody to feel that way. And by this point in the semester, things should start feeling more familiar and straightforward. So again, if you're not feeling that way, please reach out and let me know. I'm going to jump right into the content area so we can go to the week 3 module. Hopefully this, again, is looking familiar. So this week we have some reading to do from our course text, Everyone's an Author, and it is the chapter entitled Understanding College Expectations. It's like learning a new language. So again, we are having a week where one thing that we are reading and learning about relates to writing and the general idea of writing, the practice of writing, and then also something that is food related, so that we're kind of balancing the learning and reading about writing and then applying some of those things to something that we're reading that relates to food, right? Just trying to give you the method behind some of these choices. So for Monday, all of this will be available, the weekly instructional video you're watching right now. And actually this week, I won't have a supplemental video, so don't worry about that. I'll actually cross that out when I go back to do my last edits. But what I want you to actually do this week is watch a video about the mind map assignment. So we did a pretty basic one the first week. Watch the video here, and you're actually not going to watch the food journal video because I did change my mind last minute, which I don't typically do. Well, that's not true. I sometimes will change my mind based on where we are at a particular point. But with Finley's work, I wanted us to focus our energy on an actual mind map assignment rather than the food journal because I want to move that to next week. So these things are crossed out. They are moved to next week. Don't worry about them. So you have a discussion, a mind map, and a participation quiz due this week. So you have your discussion that's due on Thursday. That's worth 10 points. I've crossed out the food journal assignment because we'll push that to next week. I just like the reading for that, or the video for that, a little bit better. You do have a mind map assignment. That's 20 points. You will respond to 2 colleagues in the weekly discussion. That is optional because, again, this shows that there are bonus points available if you meet all the criteria, if your responses to your colleagues are in depth and show that you've read their ideas and you have read that week's work, you're engaging with them fully, then you can earn some bonus points. And then you have a participation quiz. All right, so if we jump down here, this is the mind map instructional video. And then to review, because I did make an update to the schedule, I updated the whole document so that you have that based on, the little adjustments I made for this week. And then you have mind map guidelines, which you'll see in the instructional video. Okay, and then if you come down here, you have your discussion, your mind map assignment, as well as the quiz. All right, so let's take a look at what the discussion will be centered on this week. And so it is that chapter reading from our course text. I want you to write 1 to 2 paragraphs thinking about this idea of, the title is Understanding College Expectations. It's like learning a new language. So do you agree with that? Is college writing similar to learning something that is a new language? It has its own rules, that kind of thing. And I want you to push for why or why not. So what has your experience been with college writing so far? That helps us understand why or why not. Whew, and the random word for this week's quiz is going to be nails because I have a dog whose nails are click-clacking around and driving me bonkers. They need to be trimmed. Anyhow. So nails. Please remember for these kinds of assignments, your writing is definitely based on how well you communicate your ideas, okay? It's not about grammar, right? It's not about punctuation, but it is about making sure that your audience can easily follow your ideas. So those things will impact understanding, the grammar, the punctuation, and that's why I really want to encourage you to take time to revise, edit, and use Grammarly. Why not, right? And that's to earn the best possible grade. We should use all the tools that are available to us, including revision and Grammarly, etc. There is a rubric here that may help in terms of you thinking about the grade that you want to receive and earn. And so it's a pretty straightforward rubric, but you know, it's there so that you can take a look at it, and I try to provide those for assignments moving forward. All right, remember that you'll want to click start a new thread. You will not see this. This is going to be set up for you, but your subject lines should be your name, and then you can of course add your chosen pronouns if you prefer. All right, so going back to week 3, you also have a mind map that's going to be due. So if you click on this assignment, this will be related to Ron Finley's TED Talk, which is titled A Guerrilla Gardener in South Central LA. You're completing a mind map based on more formal guidelines for this assignment, right? So the video is here, the assignment guidelines, and then you have template options. But you can also use Canva or Mind Map, or any kind of map generator that you prefer. I definitely encourage you to use something like Canva because it's great for various purposes in various classes. So if you're not familiar, just take some time with it. But Finley's title is going to go up in the center of your map, and then you'll choose your main points to offer support. With each main point, you need to select a quote that supports your idea. When I say include a timestamp, I want you to note that with Finley's TED Talk, there are times given. This is what it looks like. I'm going to pause because it'll start to play automatically. Oh, it didn't. Okay, you have the transcript here. Okay, so if you click on this right here, it will open up the transcript on this side. And if you wanted to quote, I got tired of seeing this happen. If you click on this, it will show you where he is saying this. So you can just put, if you want to use that as a quote, and then put 01, colon 13. What I'll do is I'll actually go back into the assignment and give you an example of how to use a timestamp, just because I don't want anybody to be confused. But you need a quote to support each of the main points that you identify. Okay, so this will make sense when you watch the video, etc. All right. So in addition to the discussion and the mind map, you do have the weekly quiz that covers information from this video, information from the assignments and the readings, and then you have your checklist. So remember, you can click these when you have completed them, but note that this is just for you. I don't go in and look at the checklist. This is just something that is to help you kind of stay focused and keep those things in mind. Clicking this will show, these items are complete, but that does not mean, if you click this, it doesn't mean you submitted the mind map. Only you submitting that in the assignment area is going to accomplish that. So if you go to the assignment area and look at the mind map for week 3, you can see you need to make sure that you're, adding your attachment, you're clicking the submit button, you're adding that file. You will get an email confirmation from D2L that your assignment has been successfully submitted. So make sure you're keeping that in mind. And if you go to assignments, you can see completion status. Okay, so not submitted, this is a blank account, so nothing has been submitted here, but you should see at least something. Okay, I hope that this helps, but like I said, if you're still feeling a little overwhelmed with the course at this point, make sure you're taking time to really go through this information. Remember that we have tutoring available with Megan. She's there to help. She's a wonderful part of the team. Make sure that you know that all the syllabus, the schedule, the rubrics, everything is, I try to put everything here to help. And if you notice anything that perhaps isn't working, or if something is confusing you, please reach out, let me know, because, that's what Megan and I are here for, is to help you. All right, so remember that you can post your questions in the Q&A discussion board area. This is here for you. You can post anonymously if you prefer, and you have a student-only chat that I'm not able to visit, so feel free to share your details there, set up a group chat, that kind of thing. You can also post anonymously in the Q&A area. All right, good luck this week, and let me know what you need.